Just start by asking a little bit about what happened here today.
Okay. Well, today we had a pretrial. We're scheduled for trial coming up in the next month, and just a regularly scheduled pretrial. The motions that we had heard, we had 5 different motions. They were all granted. Um, and we're in the process of getting ready for trial, have another preliminary hearing before the trial on September the 23rd with trial scheduled for the 28th.
And I know this is obvious information, but what is this trial about?
Well, we're defending a case that is an old case that started out looked like it was probably going to be a murder case, and it's gotten back down to um, a death is involved, but it's a lesser included offense, and so basically manslaughter. And so that's what we're defending, and that's what will be presented to the jury by the state on the 29th of next month.
And then I guess you kind of answered it there, but I guess what is the goal, as representing him?
Well, the goal of representing him is make sure all the evidence is really gotten out there because you know the the public gets a perception of a case. We don't like to try these cases in the media, but a lot of times that's what happens. And in this particular case, I think everybody's heard one side of it, and and of course there's our heart goes out to the victim's family, but there's their stories gotten out there about what they say or think happened, and it's going to be time for the justice system to kick in and do what it's supposed to do. And of course, due process allows us to go through this process and bring up everything that's relevant and to go through the facts. And there's been a lot of things that have changed since the first trial, and I think that there's going to be a lot of things that people hadn't heard or seen. So it's going to be a very interesting trial. It's going to be a trial that hopefully will be, you know, in the conclusion, obviously, what we want is a not guilty verdict. And that's what we expect. And I think that the evidence is going to support that. But, you know, everybody's got their time to tell their story and for the judge to rule on motions and for the jury to make a decision. And so we'll be picking a jury and it'll be their decision one way or the other.